Shalom Israel first, and when the praise go on into Yahweh by Shemel Shai by Hashem Kadash, the Born Sea Pops Usgard Millstone, Peace Citation 1/3 of Israel. And for this lesson, I want to title it Examine Yourselves. Alright. This goes for me first and foremost, but we gotta examine ourselves being in this truth. Alright, because this truth it's a battle between the flesh and the spirit. Alright, your flesh wants to do whatever it feels like, it wants to be indulged in pleasures, but not everything that feels good is good for you. All right. And your flesh doesn't care. Your flesh lacks fear. All right. But our spirit is what keeps us into subjection, to have these boundaries set. All right. Know when, not to do something. All right. But 2 Corinthians 13:5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. All right. So we got to examine ourselves. We got to prove ourselves daily. All right. Am I doing what I got to do? What can I do to further better myself? All right. Is this good for me? All right. But hold up. Before I get that scripture, I looked at the word reprobate. Adokimos, it says not standing the test, not approved, that which does not prove itself such as it ought, unfit for, unproved, spurious, castaway, rejected, unapproved, implication, worthless. All right. So, and that's not what we want, right? Because when you call in the ministry, we hope to be chosen. All right. We don't want to be castaways. All right. We don't want to be unfit, because, we weren't doing the things that the Lord commanded us to do. All right. There's a scripture on that. Say, Second Ezra's. There you go. Sirach 15 and 11, it says, say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hateth. All right. So if you're not examining yourselves, you out here doing all this type of stuff, living without fear, then ultimately the Lord, he can give you up to your vices. All right. I made this video earlier with a brother, and he brought this point out. Vices are just I forgot how he worded it, but he can give you up to your vices. The Lord can give you up to your vices. All right. Certain things you indulge in. All right. But we can't let these things consume us. All right. For example, we were at camp today. Brothers brought out woman and whatnot. All right. We gotta have a balance. All right. It says, say not thou, he caused me to err, for he had no need of the sinful man. The Lord hateth all abomination. They that fear the Most High love it not. All right. Let's see what I wrote. Examine. Exactly. All right. Let me skip down to the 15. It says, if thou wilt to keep the commandments to perform acceptable faithfulness, he has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand unto whether thou wilt. All right. So, the Lord ultimately, this is the race. All right, that we're racing. All right. Keep under. All right. This is the race that we're in. All right. This truth. This is a race to salvation. All right. 1 Corinthians 9:24, it says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. But we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that be at the air. All right, and that's what we're, that's how we think. We're not just trying to, run in this race to not win the prize. All right, we in this thing for salvation. We want to be saved. All right, we see the upcoming destruction that the Lord's about to bring. We want to be on the Lord's good side. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So we didn't want to put all this work into the ministry and, you know, fall away because we weren't examining ourselves. You know, we weren't staying on top of what we had to do. All right. So, and, you know, this, like I said, this lesson goes for me first and foremost. All right. Because, you know, we all have, you know, times where we slack and whatnot. But the question is, are you going to you going to stay down, or are you going to get back up and keep running? All right. Let's see. Let's get this last scripture. Colossians 3:5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. All right. So, you know, let's look at that word mortify. Basically, kill off the deeds of the flesh. All right, because this flesh is corrupt. All right, you read Romans the 9th chapter, I believe it's the 9th chapter. It talks about how, or no, I think it's Romans 7. Salakia. Let's get that since I said it. Is it Romans 7? Yep, Romans 7 and 24. It says, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body of this death?" All right, and you know, this body, this flesh is compared to as a body of death, because nothing in this flesh is you know, profitable. All right, the Lord, he sees. Let's get that. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right, so like we got to be changed. All right, because this flesh was subject to sin. All right, that's why the Lord, he gonna change us. You know, Lord willing, be part of the elect. All right, but let's go to Colossians right quick. Read this. Oh, no, since I look at that word mortify. Mortify, it says to make dead, put to death, slay. All right, to deaden, mortify. All right, subdue. So that's the fight. All right, we gotta basically kill off that. You know, we gotta examine ourselves. We gotta kill off these you know, wicked. How does it say? Hold up, let's see that. We gotta kill off the wicked deeds of the flesh. Let's see if that's beautiful. Romans 8:13. It says. Sorry, 12. It says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh. But for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. All right, you got to examine yourselves. All right, and goes, like I said, it goes for me first and foremost. But you know, Lord willing, the was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Till next time, Shalom.